Hey everyone, I thought it was time to do an update and let's go and have a look and see what I've been doing. There's not a lot been going on, which is why there hasn't been that many updates. The weather has been rubbish and been a lot of rain, so I haven't been able to really do a lot in the garden. But I have been busy and I'll just take you around quickly just to show you a couple things. So in the small greenhouse, we've gone and put our chili plants. We've potted them up into bigger pots and they're all looking okay. I'm having to put a bit of a heater in here because it's still quite cold, so I have that set at about 10 degrees. Hopefully the weather's going to improve soon. I think we're meant to have some decent weather next week, so fingers crossed. There'll be a lot of sunshine. As you can see, there's not really a lot going on today. It's grey, so not a lot of sun, but it's good to have them outdoors now. You're always going to get a lot better light from the sun, even on a cloudy day, than you're going to get from your lights that you have artificially set up. Also have a time lapse going on in here, so I'll show that when that's complete as well. Quite interesting to see how these things grow over the next month. And another project I've been working on is this compost sifter. So I have a lot of compost. I think I've shown that in a few videos now in the corner of my garden, and it's quite difficult to actually get that all sifted out if you're using just a handheld sieve. This here works awesome, much better than I actually thought it would. I will do another video showing how I actually built this, but I think it's pretty straightforward. You can see what I'm doing here. Let's do a bit of a run. I'll show you how it works. So this here is a bucket of compost from my compost heap, and you can see there's a lot of good stuff in here, but there's also a heck of a lot of big things I don't really want in my compost. So let's sieve it. So you can see that it's sifting out into different grades, and that there's nice fine compost, and that there you can use for your seedlings, you can use potting on, you can use it for pretty much anything really. This one here is a little bit thicker. You can still use that in your garden, no problem, with the more established plants. But you can also choose to put it back into your compost heap if you want this to break down some more. And then that at the end is just really stuff that needs to go back in the compost heap. So big sticks and clumps and plastic and stuff like that. So it's working really well. There's a few things I need to do to just optimize it. I need to make that a little bit steeper, the gradient. I think it's a little bit shallow, the gradient, but it is adjustable. You can see here I've made it so it can adjust up and down. This is meant to be a bit of a multi-purpose sifter, so when I'm sifting my worm compost, I'm also going to be able to use this, and you'll see that the nice worm compost will come through here, and some of the eggs and some of the bigger pieces will go through there, and then the worms themselves will come out the end. Well, that's the theory anyway. We'll see when I actually test it with some of my worm compost. Anyway, I hope that was interesting. Talking about worms, let's go have a look in the greenhouse. So I've set up a new worm bin. So you might have seen one of my other videos where I was setting up a new worm bin. This is actually it. In the video I had put it outside, but I think might as well make use of the greenhouse. It's quite warm in here, and hopefully that will get the worms nice and active so I can get some worm compost. So there's the bin. The worms are doing well. You can see I just want them to populate a bit more. We need some more worms in here. There are some babies, and I found some eggs in here, so they do like their new bin. They aren't trying to escape, so that's good. So something else I'm trying is to see how this plant does. This is a chili plant. I think it's a jalapeno. Just putting it in an unheated greenhouse like you saw before. The temperatures are quite low still. But I put it in here. These are some bricks, higher density bricks. So hopefully they absorb some heat and release it through the night. But we'll see how this lasts. I'm sure it'll be alright unless we get some frosts again. But we're meant to have some 20-degree days next week, so we'll see how that goes. So that's it for today's update. Just a quick one. The updates will start getting more frequent as the weather improves and we start doing some more things in the greenhouse. So sorry for the delays, but there'll be a lot more to make up for it soon. Also, I hope you guys are watching the beginner's guide. I know a lot of you are not beginners in terms of growing chili peppers, but might be a couple tips in there. Hopefully they're being useful if you are a beginner. And there'll be some more throughout the season as we do the different stages of growing chili peppers. So thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you again on the next video.